Presenting information visually using a concept map allows you to organize ideas and structure them in the form of a diagram. Nicole is a college student. She uses diagrams to take class notes and reading notes, to study, to create summaries, to put her ideas in order, and even to prepare her class presentations. How does she go about building a concept map? That's what we will see in this video. First, we should explain that a concept map is a graphic representation of a discipline, a subject matter, or a lesson. It can be a simple diagram made up of keywords and connections that show how they are related. We'll come back to this. It is a tool to consider in your learning strategy because it makes it easier to review notes and prepare for exams. Using a concept map contributes to academic success because it helps students think reflectively about the material they are studying. Furthermore, while concept maps encourage autonomy, they can also be used as a collaborative tool. In her early childhood education courses, Nicole is studying emergency response principles. When she is studying, she has developed the habit of selecting the key concepts and ideas that are taught and then drawing connections among them. This method makes it easier to prepare for her exams because, at a single glance, she can visualize an entire chapter, for example. Nicole finds that her concept maps help her visualize the connections between ideas, as well as improving her understanding of the material. When Nicole maps out a text or process, she is carrying out the major steps of smart reading. She's reflecting on and more clearly identifying the ideas, concepts, and procedures she was taught. Let's take the time to examine what Nicole and her fellow students do step by step to create a concept map. Making a concept map is an activity that really fosters collaboration and discussion among peers. The first thing to do is gather all the relevant reference materials, such as books, reference lists, or personal notes. There is no need to use special software for this step. Using recorded and annotated information from the chapter on emergency response principles, the team begins to identify the relevant information, making a list of basic points and concepts to include in the map. Then they have to analyze the information, classifying the concepts and ideas in order from the most general to the most specific and concrete. They use Post-its with keywords written on them so they can move them around at will. The team arranges the information on a large sheet of paper, grouping concepts together and connecting them using hierarchical or same-level links to create word sets. Then they check, match, reformulate, add, delete, and reorganize the concepts in order to describe their relationships. This is the hardest step, as well as the most important before creating the graphic presentation. Using an online application or software program is very useful from this step on. It allows you to create digital working copies that can be sent by email and archived. A simple online search with the words concept, map, software, application will take you to the most highly recommended free tools. To create a digital concept map, the principle is basically the same in all the applications. Just follow the instructions to place the first shape in the center of the page. Drawing a line toward the next keyword generates a new shape. At any time, you can click on the shape or connection to assign attributes. Then, repeat the procedure for each new keyword. To change a line into an arrow, first you select it, and then use the dialog box to choose the direction of the arrow. Nicole has a good idea of how she should present her concept map. She imagines the structure and highlights the important points to illustrate her general structure. Landscape orientation is often the best way to present a map. A concept map is usually presented on a single page in which the content is legible and balanced. Nicole reworks the structure several times to emphasize the primary connections that will best reveal the skeleton, levels, and connections. She attaches all the peripheral information to the central point and the general concepts. She emphasizes the units of meaning that add purpose to her map. She links the information using lines or arrows that she can name to specify the relationship between the ideas, which helps her visualize them. It is important to avoid having lines cross, as it just makes the map needlessly busy. Nicole has to change the visual presentation of her concept map several times to do justice to the information she needs to present. Nicole goes back to her original texts and sources, which help her gradually build her concept map. She validates her representation by checking whether all the key components are included. There are several ways to present this information. Nicole has found her way. She feels that her map truly represents her conception of the course material. Concept maps are a powerful work tool. Now you can take advantage of them too.